Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising positions for the week ahead, keeping in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements to get a more complete picture. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find the link for that in the description below, or you can send me an email to set that up. All right, my friends, let's get started. For Pisces, what is the current energy around Pisces for the week ahead? Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. What is going on for Pisces? Major themes. Okay, Pisces. All right. So we are seeing, what was the first card that came out? Quest. So Pisces, you are on a quest here, and it's very interesting. I feel like it's all rooted in the root chakra, where there's some insecurity and need for acceptance. So this is interesting. I love this card because see how the devil is affecting the person's heart center there to cause that insecurity. And that there's this need to sort of accept and love yourself as you are, which takes away that power immediately. And it's interesting looking at these two cards for you, Pisces, because they come with this idea of you sort of seeking things and being on a quest and prayer. That prayer will give you that confidence and that correspondence with the universe about your quest through your throat chakra, and praying from a place of confidence is going to sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Deactivate this insecurity. And it comes from feeling that self-acceptance. And I feel like we're seeing this despondent energy here coming through your third eye, because there may be a lack of clarity here when it comes to trusting your intuition. You may be feeling like you're uncertain or unclear, but I think it's actually coming from this this insecurity that's happening. You may be feeling insecure about yourself. You may be feeling like you're having a hard time accepting and loving yourself as you are. You might be feeling like you somehow need to change, or, you know, it's interesting. You might be judging yourself too harshly here, or you might just be judging yourself and then feeling very insecure about the self in that state of judgment. And I can't help but think that there is some quest that you're about to go on here, Pisces. It could be an internal quest, or actually some part of me feels like you could be taking this quest in terms of communication. And you might be starting a new path that is rooted in communication somehow, using your throat chakra to speak and to communicate truth, your personal truth. Telling your story in some way may help clear up this insecurity, allow you to accept yourself. And I feel like this is all sort of happening with the guidance of prayer. Like that communication that you're going to use in this 3D reality, I think is also sort of moving with the communication that you're sending to the universe, through to the divine, to God. And so it's very interesting. The things that you're talking about and praying about are not only creating a new pathway for you, but it's helping you love and accept yourself as you are. And that seems to be the focus of this reading, is so far that this idea of releasing insecurity by loving the self fully and without judgment as you are. Very interesting. Oh, look at that. Seeing the World and the Ace of Pentacles. The Two of Cups wants to come through. There it is on the bottom there. But it's interesting. It feels like there is a new beginning opening up for you here, Pisces. And it's one that comes from really accepting yourself and seeking truth. There's the Queen of Swords. So that quest, you're seeking your personal truth. You're talking about your personal truth. And there could be moments where you do feel insecure because there may be an over-reliance on external validation that says, if people misunderstand you, then you must not know what you're talking about. And I don't think that's the case. I think that they're in different spaces and in different, they have different perceptions than you. And I say that we're seeing the Magician here, which confirms to me that idea as above, so below. And that you're creating things through your correspondence with the universe and through your seeking of truth about yourself. Instead of buying this old narrative of insecurity, I think you're learning to love and accept yourself as you are. And you're sort of putting your mind to rest. You're recovering from a place of feeling very insecure and despondent. And it's interesting because I think it's actually creating a space where you're going to go after what ignites that sacral chakra, what ignites that creativity and that sense of confidence and charisma. It's almost like you're going to take a movement towards that. You're moving towards that now. And the nights are always about a state of movement towards something. And the Knight of Rods, I always feel, moves quickly, but not impulsively. Moves quickly, but not impulsively. Not because of fear. Not motivated because of anything other than this makes me feel good. This makes me feel like I'm myself. This makes me feel like I am the narrator of my own story and I'm the main character. It's like you're moving with charisma and passion and purpose and confidence and belief in yourself. After recovering from a state of insecurity, you're on a quest. And the quest is to seek out the truth and to communicate that truth, and also to move from the heart space into accepting yourself. And I think you're doing this as a solo mission. This is a solo mission. This is you looking at things from a different perspective, and sort of, it almost feels like you're taking that new perspective and you're letting it shine a light on this new path for you, and then you're moving on that path. Like, this is a time of sort of integration and acquiring wisdom about the truth of yourself. And I feel like it's actually going to move you into a very new pathway that is I feel transformation here. I feel a rebirth. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. And there's the Eight of Swords. And so, yeah, there's that insecurity, a fear of consequences, a fear of outcomes, maybe an attachment to a particular outcome, and then a fear around, well, what if that outcome doesn't come to pass? So there is this very mental space right now, Pisces. And I feel like that might be very uncomfortable for you, because I think you're more comfortable when you are using your intuitive senses. And this is very logic and mental. And it feels like there's an element of anxiety and fear around outcome. And there's that guidance of the Four of Swords to say, put your mind to rest, put those thoughts to rest, and let's take things as they are and be motivated with different emotions. Instead of fear motivating us, let's look at love and acceptance as motivations, right? Wow, so many swords, Two of Swords. So this has to be a conscious choice you make very mindfully to step away from that insecurity and form a new narrative. This is you flipping the script and putting all those old narratives to rest, because they're really holding you back and they're needing distance. You've almost got all the swords here. There's the Six of Swords. So you've got the Page, the 2, the 4, the 5, excuse me, the 6, and the Queen. Very heavy sword energy surrounds you right now. It's very much that you're in your head, Pisces, and needing to get out of your head and to not give up. Seven of Pentacles could be a period where you're maybe tempted to give up too early on something that you've been working on that has to do with self-discovery. There's the Page of Wands bringing in a message for you. The pages are your messengers. The knights convey movement. And so this Page of Wands is bringing in a message of being like, hey, it's time to rediscover ourselves outside of fear. Right? Rediscovering yourself outside of fear and insecurity. And there's the Wheel of Fortune. It's in reverse, I think, because you're caught up in trying to control the wheel right now. You're trying to control things instead of surrendering to them. And I'm going to just pull a few more clarifiers here for you. There's the Queen of Pentacles grounding you, guiding you to ground. The queens are the divine feminine energy. So your divine feminine energy is trying to ground you right now in this state of acceptance, right? You've got two root chakra cards in the Queen of Pentacles. So that tells me that you're needing to move out of the heart, or excuse me, out of the mind and into the heart. We're needing to move from ego to heart. And we're needing to ground in what is an acceptance without judgment, becoming the observer rather than someone that is trying to control things and control the outcomes with your thoughts. You may be trying to control outcomes with your thoughts right now instead of accepting what is and sort of feeling confident rather than insecure about your ability to be grounded in the now without fear. It's very interesting. Two more, please. Thank you. There's the Magician coming through again, guiding you as above, so below. So get those thoughts into a place of stillness. And there's strength. You will overcome any obstacle. I love seeing these as your final three cards here for the tarot, because that makes me feel like you really are about to begin a quest. There's the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck for you. And I feel like you're understanding things from a different perspective moving forward here. Very healing, grounding energy being your guidance in this reading to accept yourself, releasing any insecurities or fears that may be motivating your actions right now, and to pray. You know, as I look at that prayer card again, notice that you're making lemonade with the lemons. You're accepting things as they are, and you're seeing where you have opportunity instead of challenge and disappointment. You're seeing all of that as opportunity. Okay, some lemons are on my tree today. Well, I guess I'll make lemonade because lemonade's delicious. You know what I mean? Like, this is about accepting things instead of saying, that's not, I wanted oranges, damn it. You know what I mean? And then feeling really insecure that you can't manifest oranges. You manifested lemons instead. You know what I mean? Like, it's a funny example to use, but it's about accepting what is instead of using your mind to try to willfully change something into something else. I feel like you're using manifestation from the heart center instead now. You're seeing that that's how you attract things into your life, by acceptance and surrender rather than control and fear. It's very interesting. Let's see, what does Pisces need to surrender to? What does Pisces need to surrender to? There's a card in here of surrender to prayer. I wonder if that will come out for you. You got surrender to inner peace. Surrender your beliefs in scarcity. That could be the root of your fear right there, that you think everything is limited and scarce instead of abundant and free. Surrender to inner peace. And on the bottom of the deck, we're seeing surrender your fear of change. So there could be fear of change. There could be fear of scarcity. There could be limited inner peace because of these factors here, these two factors, fear of change and a belief of scarcity. So the universe is asking you to open up to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove any blocks from your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. And I feel like that comes with this idea of surrendering to what is and having a state of stillness, of inner peace. It says here, cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditation, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and life will start to flow more easily because you've surrendered to it. Surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or your relationships, or if it's a fear of aging, death. Repeat this affirmation: I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well. And it's interesting. I feel like that is going to be what helps you the most at this time, is to really surrender these thoughts and communicate to yourself in a different way, in a way that doesn't make you feel insecure, in a way that allows you to accept things as they are and trust that all will be well. I'll leave it at that for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again soon, and I'm sending you so much love and light.